There's a prevailing conspiracy theory that chart positions in music are bought, not earned. That a song only becomes popular by putting yourself in everyone's face and promoting the shit out of it, making the dumb, drooling public say, "Hey, it's that person I see all the time. I should buy their new thing." If this is the case, let me tell ya, Britney Spears is not getting her money's worth. If you care about pop music even a little bit, hell, even if you don't but you use social media for more than a minute a day, Britney has been pretty inescapable this year. Working on yet another comeback, she's been everywhere. Performing her new single at the VMAs with the soon-to-be-forgotten G-Eazy, not to be confused with the previously forgotten Jeezy. That was watched over 15 million times on YouTube. She had a spot at the Apple Music Festival in London, England. She was on Carpool Karaoke. That video has over 24 million views. She had those photos that she posted early in the year that went viral because some people were claiming they were photoshopped. And if that's water and not like a towel or something, then yeah, it's a pretty bad Photoshop. And most recently, a shitty Instagram video of her being scared by her kid went pretty viral too. Save yourself the time. Don't go watch it. It was 15 seconds of my life I'll never get back. If you love shitty YouTube prank channels though, you'll think it's fucking great. Anyway, all of this is obviously to promote her new album, Glory, which came out in August. So, how much has it helped? Not in the fucking slightest. In its first week, Glory sold 88,000 actual copies, 110,000 in equivalent album sales. What they do now is count Spotify and Apple Music streams, and so X number of streams equals an album sale on the chart. Not sure if it actually translates to the same amount of money for the performer, but probably not. Only a few weeks after its release, it's down to number 66. I can't find hard sales numbers, but here's what I can tell you. The number 10 song on the Billboard Top 200 this week is Florida Georgia Line's Dig Your Roots. It sold 25,000 copies. So, the number 10 album sold 25,000 copies. You can guess how few copies the number 66 album likely sold. All of this promotion, all of this effort to be in the public eye, translates to shit. Last year, Iggy Azalea bitched that Britney wouldn't do promotion for their song Pretty Girls, and that is why it tanked. Couldn't have possibly been because the song was terrible and Iggy Azalea's career lasted about as long as Steve Irwin's Swim with the Stingrays, but clearly, promotion doesn't fucking matter, because Britney's got her tits plastered everywhere right now, and she can't sell albums to save her life. Well, albums just don't do that well anymore. No one can stick around the top for that long. Tell that to Drake, who is number 1 on Billboard's Top 200 and has been on that chart, not at number 1 the whole time, but on the chart for 21 weeks. Over 5 months. In fact, Britney's album was beat this week in sales by Drake's 2015 mixtape, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, which has been on the charts for 85 weeks. 85 fucking weeks, over a year and 8 months. And it's number 61. It outsold a 4-week-old album. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's probably piracy. Probably not. I did a spot check of Pirate Bay this week. The most popular upload had less than 200 seeders. People aren't even bothering to steal it. Well, why are we even talking about albums? Everyone knows pop is all about singles. You're right. So, Make Me, a song that's only existed since July, is nowhere to be found on the Hot 100. It lasted 3 weeks on the chart before at least 100 other songs had better airplay, streaming, and sales performance. Sia's Cheap Thrills is still number 5, and it's about 8 months old. So before someone says it's got something to do with sexism or ageism, that no one cares about aging female pop stars, Sia's older, uglier, and still more popular. So how frustrating must this be for Britney? Her most successful album, Baby One More Time, the title track coming out when she was only 16, so, man, a lot of people should feel bad for squeezing one out to that video, sold 1.8 million copies in its first month. If this album had sold 10% of that in its first month, I'd be pretty fucking surprised. Yeah, the industry's different now, music sales are way down, I know. But she's got nearly 48 million Twitter followers, 40 million likes on Facebook, 13 million followers on Instagram. And she can't even get a gold record? I found this comment on YouTube. I think Billboard being unfair and hate Britney. October charts, Britney Glory album and Make Me drops so bad on charts, even though she has lots of performances than other singles like Just Like Fire and Can't Stop the Feeling stay strong on charts, while Make Me drop out on some charts. Fuck the Billboard. No, fuck the fans. Billboard just tracks what they're doing. If the fans aren't buying it or streaming it, it's not on the charts. There's no favoritism, and you can't just buy your way onto the charts. The fans have to buy your way onto them. Of course, don't feel bad for her. She's got her Las Vegas residency that makes her around $500,000 a show, and she'd done over 100 of them by this time last year, so you do the math on that. But is that what you want to do with your career? Spend 3 nights a week entertaining 4,600 slack-jawed tourists who are taking a quick break from losing their kids' college fund at the roulette tables to go see you perform songs from back when people actually did buy your albums? For nearly $50 million, I guess I know the answer to that, but all that money doesn't buy relevancy on the charts. Unless, well, we know the sad truth is that these days, 30,000 weekly album sales will keep you in the top 10. All she needs to do is buy that many copies for herself every week for a year. At $13 a CD, that's only $20 million a year. She'd still have money left over to buy a warehouse to keep them all in, or a patch of land in Arizona to bury them under. In fact, with the Arizona option, once she digs up the land and fills it full of copies of her album, she could generate even more useless publicity by getting in the Guinness Book of Records. After all, she'd have created the world's largest glory hole.